All right, we are back with another guest. This time it's pro Tom Protzek. Tom, thanks for joining the show.
Thanks for having me, guys.
So give everybody an idea of who you are and kind of how you got into pro pickleball, because I know you have a little bit of a unique background coming from soccer. Yes. So let's touch on that and all the things.
Okay. First of all, I'm Tom Protzek. I'm originally from Germany, Hamburg, Germany, actually. Beautiful city. You guys definitely need to go at some point.
I would love to go.
It's
on the list.
Pretty. So I'm always very nice about other cities. So I say like Munich is a very nice city too, but Hamburg is the one. So if you guys want like the full package, you guys gotta go to.
Well, if we go, we'll definitely get Rex from you, because I love to hear the local side. I like to see the local side of things.
For sure.
Touristy, you got to do it while you're there, but I'd like to see the off-the-grid stuff.
Show you some places and stuff. And like you kind of mentioned it, unique background. I used to play soccer, and I played soccer my whole life, played in the academy, did like all this trying to go pro in Germany type of thing. And then I would say like the stereotype soccer player of like, I got hurt, my knee, blah blah blah. So got lots of injuries as well, unfortunately. And then COVID hit, and I got the opportunity, even though I was already had 2 gap years already. I had the opportunity to come to America to play D1 soccer, and went to Tulsa, to the University of Tulsa, TU, and played some D1 tennis at D1 soccer. Sorry, I was hanging out with the tennis guys a little bit, so I always tried to keep going, play a little bit of tennis and all that stuff. But I mean, you're always so busy with playing, practicing every day, going to the weight room. And we were actually like a very good team. I think my first year, we were ranked number 2 in the nation at 1 week, actually, and like mainly like 12 to 10 and always. And so I mainly played soccer, did that for 3 years, was always like a little love-hate relationship with my coach. And at some point, it just didn't make sense anymore, and we decided for me to graduate early. I was on trial with FC Tulsa, so that's the pro team in Tulsa. So they play USL Championship, so the second division. Started actually liking soccer again, and it was a good time. The coach really liked me, but then the politics played a big role again, and the coach actually legitimately talked to me and told me, hey, if you were American, I would have signed you yesterday.
Oh wow.
But obviously they only have like, I think let me lie, but it's like 7 or 6 international spots. Sure. And they were all already taken, and you're not making like insane of money. So he was like, hey, I mean, you told me already you were doing like this pickleball thing and all that stuff, and I was very passionate about it already, because I started last year in the summer to play with like those 5-0s in Tulsa. And Tulsa 5-0s, sorry to Tulsa, are not like the 5-0s we see in like those tournaments, I would say. So, but I at least got some like decent reps before that, because I was only playing with my friends and with my college soccer buddies. Okay. And we just played with those warm-up paddles a little bit. And I was always a little better than them, but I just I never knew like where I'm at. And then I kind of started last summer to figure that out. And then I think in Dallas last year's like Worlds was my first pro qualifier, and it didn't make it. But then in Milwaukee, I had a run to the round of 16, played Federico Staxrud, forced the 3-setters, so I won 1 game. And without practicing, so I was like, come on, if I can do that without practice, I kind of want to see like how far can I go, you know? Yeah. And then stopped playing soccer and trying out this whole pickleball thing, and got blessed that I found Versix. They helped me out with like the PPA and all that stuff, and got signed in I think May. So May in Atlanta, that was my first signed tournament. And since then I'm on tour and trying to make a name for myself. Living the dream, I guess, but with like lots of obstacles in there, because as an international, it's pretty hard. But that's kind of like my story. I mean,
incredible.
And
I mean, pushing Fed to 3
Yeah.
to 3 sets.
That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
That's a hell of a way to get going.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So-
I mean, when you're playing that, are you thinking like, oh my, I barely trained for this and I'm pushing the number 1 player in the world? Did you think there was a chance like, I think I can beat him? Is that always the competitive side where you think you can beat him?
So the thing is, I know what is real and what's not. I feel like in tennis, I know no chance. Like I can play with like those tops in the world now. You know, I know how to hit a ball and all that stuff. But I feel like in pickleball, the margins are a little smaller. So because I'm so fast, it was always like my strength in soccer as well, or like quick. And it just helped me, I think, a lot in those that I like still got to that ball and like in singles and all that stuff. Because in doubles I wasn't that good in the beginning.
Okay.
It was just singles that I still had those tennis strokes from back in the day because I was always like Roger's my guy, so I was just always watching like still tennis even though I didn't play as much. But yeah, so I think like even not playing and practicing as much, I still felt like I can compete with those guys in singles, not in doubles.
Right.
Even though I made, actually in Milwaukee, I made all 3 events main draw, and I got already a little better, but I saw like there was a little bit more room. You
Okay.
know? But in singles, I felt like I was already kind of there. But yeah, no, but like those guys do it consistently every day, like every tournament, like Fed is making a run or whatever, you know, like all those guys. And this is kind of like what I'm lacking at. And still, like sometimes I can play incredible and I feel like I can beat everyone, like, and then sometimes I can't even hit a drop. In singles,
But you're
but
still
like,
so new to this sport.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
it's crazy.
but yeah, no, it's a blessing for sure.
So you came here from Germany for college. That's when you moved, or
Yeah.
you were already in the U.S. prior?
No, I've never been to the US. I didn't speak English. Well, I was always like one of the worst students in my class and all
Your
that
English
stuff.
is amazing.
Yeah.
I,
I was gonna say.
I appreciate that, but it's
Wow.
actually like I really learned it here. So it's a funny story because when I learned for the test, so usually you have to do I think like 3 tests to go to study in America if you're German, or I think in general. There's like a TOEFL test, an SAT test. That's what you guys do too, and I think another test, but whatever. But for me, because it was COVID, everything was locked. I only had to do a freaking Duolingo test. So I only had to get like 100 points on the Duolingo test to get to some schools. And so I was like, oh my God, this is my chance, because I always liked American, but I was not able to speak the language. So I was always a little bit, can I do that? Whatever. And yeah, COVID helped me out a little bit in that case. So it helped me to get like an extra gap year. So people got like the 5th year of eligibility and like college. So, and I got just an extra gap year. So, and then with like broken English, came over here, watched Keeping Up with the Kardashians to learn a little bit of English. Because
That's
I
where
feel
you
like-
learn it.
I feel like those like reality TV shows, it's easier to understand it from, because that's how they
how
actually
you
talk.
Yeah,
you know?
that's how people
So
talk.
like when I watched like, I don't know, Suits or whatever, I was still like, damn, they use like some words. I'm like, I don't know, but like when Scott talked some trash over there, that was kind of funny.
That's so funny. I've
Yeah.
heard people say Friends is a big one.
That's
amazing.
But Keeping Up with the Kardashians was kind of like my go-to. That 1 month I was preparing for that Duolingo test, and
That's amazing.
yeah, and I mean I had like actually like good offers too from like UCF for soccer and other stuff. I mean TU was very good because I mean we were ranked number 2, but like those big schools as well. But like actually UCF, for example, I just use that as an example because they wanted to fly me in, take the SAT test, and then obviously how I do, they can give me a full ride or not. And then I was like, no, I'm not gonna pass that ACT test. So like I'm just gonna go with that Duolingo test. And yeah,
All right. So you come from Germany, and the first stop is Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, baby. Yeah.
I mean, I personally, have you been to Oklahoma? I've never.
I have not.
I've lived here for 38 years
Okay.
in the U.S. I've never been to Oklahoma.
Shit.
But I just feel like that's like kind of a hilarious place. Nothing against Oklahoma, but like most people's first stop is like New York City, and then
Yeah.
they branch from there. But you went right into it.
Right into the
Right.
thick of it.
And how was that? How was the transition? Like, I guess there's obviously some dramatic
Yeah.
differences from Germany. What were the things that you were like, whoa, this is kind of wild?
It's a funny like I just want to mention that because I was obviously talking to a lot of different schools for soccer and all that, and so when I told this different school that I committed to Tulsa and I didn't go to San Francisco, they were like, what? So I was like, no.
Right.
But for me it was very important because I talked to obviously the coaches and all that stuff, but we had a German in my team who gave me like a very good feeling of like, because I couldn't speak English and stuff, so I kind of knew if something happens, this guy has my back. I can talk to him in German. So he just gave me, so he basically made me commit because I just felt safe.
That's good.
So I kind of leaded my people, which I come back to, like, why Oklahoma too, like why I'm still there, because I mean I graduated basically now a year ago.
Okay.
And I'm still in Oklahoma because it's just about the people for me, and I don't want to say I owe them that, but like
you connected there and
yeah,
stuff.
I'm connected, and people help me out, and especially the pickleball world over there, like everyone knows me when I'm in town. They reach out, they like, even like the smaller challenges or whatever, like people text me and all that stuff. They believed in me, and
That's awesome.
And that really made me stay in Tulsa, Oklahoma. But like, come back to the switch from Hamburg, Germany to Oklahoma. I was surprised how many trucks can be on the street, for sure. Like those little pickup trucks. I'm like, oh my God. But yeah, so that was a huge difference for me. Then, I mean, we have obviously fast food in Germany, and I live in like the second biggest city in Germany. So we have all this stuff, but like how much fast food there is, and kind of like how the streets are like the same too. I don't know. It's like, I have a really, really good sense of direction usually, but in Tulsa I'm still driving with the GPS because I'm feeling like everything looks kind of the same, and like something obviously like, so in Tulsa I'm getting better, but like it's just like, I feel like, I don't know, it's just kind of weird for me driving. It's like okay, I think I missed the turn or whatever. So
are you still you're still in Tulsa? Or
still in Tulsa?
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a little tough for pickleball practicing wise, but I mean, I'm traveling so much right now on tour and meet so many people, so I'm kind of able to practice in like different cities at the tournaments. I go to Wichita sometimes, practice with Jay DeVilliers. I don't know if you
Yeah.
with him, and Pat Smith, another German guy I'm staying with. Last time I was at his house, I didn't even see him. So it's
wow.
yeah, but yeah, no, it's still Oklahoma, man.
Yeah, that's great.
That's really cool.
Do you get to see your family? Do they come here, or is it pretty tough for them to get over this way?
It's I don't want to say it's tough. I mean, there are enough flights, but I don't want to say we're like a rich family. We're like normal middle class in Germany, but it's just still expensive to pay like just like $1,200 just for a flight, and they have commitments too. My mom is a police officer too, not on the streets anymore, but like still, like my stepdad has a job, and they try to push pickleball as well, actually. So I kind of got them into it, and now they actually run the north of pickleball in Germany, and we're getting a little bigger. And
nice.
So I would actually love to go back, but with my visa and all that stuff, it's kind of hard. So we're trying to figure it out. But they just came once in my sophomore year, and then I usually go for Christmas, and then depends if I can in the summer or whatever for like 2 weeks. But like with soccer, it was always so hard because they always wanted us back pretty early. So like when school starts in, I think, let's say 15th of August, they wanted us back in July 5th.
Okay,
to like do some extra workouts, how that works. But yeah, that's kind of that. So I'm FaceTiming with them, but no, they just came once.
Well, I guess it's good that you said that Tulsa's kind of helped you feel at home here. I'm glad that you've had a good experience in the U.S. because not the case for everyone. I feel like sometimes it's tough. Depends what city you're in and who you get linked up with. But the beauty of this sport is it's very easy to make friends.
Oh, for sure.
So the networking is really incredible.
Yeah.
But I was curious because it sounds like obviously your parents have taken a liking to pickleball, but a lot of people that come from another sport, usually tennis, is like, we ask what your family thought when you said, I'm going to transition from X to pickleball. Were they excited about this, or were they still hopeful, like soccer was still their preferred?
No, because it was such a love-hate relationship between me and soccer, and it was just so toxic. And my mom was always just like, the problem was I was actually good in soccer, so like I just couldn't let it go because I feel like I had everything what it takes to go pro. I mean, obviously everyone says that about himself probably, but so it was just so hard. But then pickleball made it so much easier for me than when was it, like in September, October, when I was like cut. I want to try this pickleball thing. So my mom always supportive. My dad was always like, yeah, all right. So what is this whole thing? Looks easy or whatever. But like now, like seeing like how big it is, it's getting bigger.
Oh, yeah.
That I think he's warming up with it. But my mom always like right away, like do what you love, and I want you to be happy. And I wasn't happy anymore with soccer, even though it was a little bit more fun again. But I got hurt again when I talked to my coach, and it was just not worth it doing like both at the same time. And I just couldn't even kick a ball anymore. And I just like my body went through so much with soccer, and I think it was the right decision. And I'm very happy with it.
Yeah, it's working out for you, man.
So far,
so far,
good.
Not bad.
How has your experience been with the PPA Challenger?
With the challengers, I would say like very successful in like doubles, in men's doubles. In singles, I was always like struggling a little bit. But no, I really like it, and I met new friends. Like Jacob's my guy too.
That guy's personality,
dude, this
electric.
guy, yeah, I love that guy.
Great.
So
we've been messaging back and forth, and he originally had us have Max. We had Max Wild on the podcast, who is the human exclamation point. Another guy with personality through the roof.
Yes, for sure.
And so finally meeting Jacob in person is like, I get it now. Like,
he's a great dude.
And I just like the fact of, I think the bigger picture of the challengers. I think we have to figure out some more like about like the venues and all that stuff to give the players a better, I don't want to say like a better facility, but like sometimes it's just like temp nets and all that stuff. I don't think that's the best look, and like doesn't make necessary bring people back, and but I think it's in general it's like very good for like those not amateurs but like those semi-pros who try to make a breakthrough or whatever. I think it gives them a pretty good look on where they're at, like you have a double elimination thing, so like even you know how it is, like first round sometimes it's so hard, like you're just getting tired or whatever, you just don't feel lose at all, lose first round, but you still can come back and win bronze. So I think that helps a lot of players, I think, to like, okay, let's try those challengers first before, because if they play pro qualifier, the pro qualifiers in those big ones, they pay $150. If they lose first round, you're out.
It gives people more opportunity.
So I
succeed.
think it's a good thing, and I'm really really glad for the semi-pros and for us too to like get some more points, get your rankings up and all that, and because for us it's hard too. I mean, obviously we're blessed that we're in the main draw, but still, like if we win first round, we're gonna go top 10 guys every time, so it's hard. But I mean, those are the guys you want to beat too,
100%.
So
But you're getting the reps here, and then I think nothing helps build the sport more than getting stuff like this. And we watched your match today with Juan Benitez, and that was, I mean, it doesn't always go your way, but you guys put on, that was a hell of a match.
We appreciate it.
We loved it. And the energy from you is, I can feel it. I love that stuff.
I appreciate it.
So we're going to definitely stay following your game and
love it.
And wish you the best. Carl, you want to ask one final question?
Yeah. Who is the funniest person on tour?
Oh God, I don't want to give him the credit for that.
That's a good start. That's a good start.
That's a great answer.
I feel like if you ask him, he would say himself too. So it's just with Jay, we're always laughing. We just get so close, and he's kind of like, I don't want to give him the credit either, again, but like he's just kind of like my mentor a little bit. I mean, he just lives 2.5 hours from Tulsa too. That helps to get a lot of reps with him too. But he's hilarious. Like, just like how can you talk so much, dude? It's
so
crazy. Jay DeVilliers.
Okay.
It's pretty funny.
Yes, he's commented on our stuff before with some type of dad joke, and I love that. I said I can tell you're a dad.
No, he is, but like in his, like sometimes he behaves like a child and talks, and I'm like, you have 4 kids, like for real? Like,
that's great.
I feel like I'm more mature than you, but like no, but he's a very good guy. Thanks Jay for helping me out and all that stuff, but he helps me definitely become a better player with like drilling and all that stuff. So
incredible.
But
that's awesome. Well, Tom, we thank you for the time. It was a pleasure to watch you today, watch your craft, and get a chance to have the human interaction with you. And now we can put a face to the name, and we're good to go, and we'll be rooting for you.
Perfect. I appreciate you guys, and thanks for the hat. Right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
It's yours.
Unforced errors. I mean,
Tell Jay we'll get him one when he's on the pod next.
I can relate definitely. So
and if you want to shout out any social media or any sponsors.
I mean, just my social media is just Tom Protzek on Instagram, and that's enough with like all this sponsors and all that stuff. I mean, definitely huge thanks to Versix that they had my back and believed in me and gave me a chance, and ready to get some runs there in those big tournaments and stuff. But no, I appreciate you guys. That was awesome, and I hope I see you guys again. I mean, I'm still playing 2 days. We'll see how my heel works out. But no, thank you guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah, best of luck to you, man. Thanks for coming on.
Appreciate it.